folks. We're going to get started with a couple of proclamation presentations to recognize some very impressive individuals. And I am going to start us off by asking Legislator Sam Fine to present this proclamation, recognizing April 8th today as International Pageant Day. No, you can just give the highlights. Whatever you're comfortable with.
Proclamation. I'm going to read part of it for International Pageant Day. Whereas International Pageant Day has been celebrated globally on April 8th every year since 2018 to honor the dedication of all women and girls that participate in pageantry, and whereas the origin of beauty pageants can be traced back to a photographic contest hosted by Phineas T. Barnum in the 1850s, whereas the first iconic Miss America pageant was held in 1921 as the Intercity Beauty Contest in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And we skip down a little bit. Whereas pageant title holders bring positivity to their community through volunteerism and raising awareness of their chosen social causes. And whereas International Pageant Day honors the enlightened history of all pageantry all over the world and highlights the novelty of competitive pageants, now therefore be resolved that April 8th, 2024 is hereby proclaimed as International Pageant Day within the County of Albany, and all people are hereby called upon to celebrate the women around the world who compete in pageants and promote unique opportunities and benefits presented by competitive pageants.
Okay. I'd now like to welcome Legislator Paul Bergdorf and Minority Leader Frank Moriello to the front to present a proclamation to Kaylin Drake, who is, oh, she's not here yet. Okay. Well, then we'll wait.
2 minutes.
Okay. Okay, we are now moving on to the next proclamation. I'd like to welcome Legislator Paul Bergdorf and Minority Leader Frank Moriello to the front to present a proclamation to Kaylin Drake, a phenomenal student athlete on the occasion of her 114-pound class state championship at the New York State Public High School Association Girls Wrestling Invitational. Congratulations, Kaylin. Paul.
It's our pleasure, on behalf of our minority leader and Jen and I, who represent North Colony, along with this fellow over here, who asked us to present it, so he didn't have to present it to his daughter, to acknowledge Kaylin Drake, who just today found out she was going to be high school All-American. All-American wrestling. There are some of us who have a fond memory of being 114 pounds, but she has conquered the mountain at 114 pounds, and she has brought absolutely fantastic honors and accolades to Shaker High School, to herself, to her family, to her coach, and her entire team. She's competed all her life at seeking this goal to become an All-American. I am told that she's in the middle of trying to make a decision where to go to college, and I'm sure wherever it is, she'll be a superstar. So congratulations, Kaylin, on behalf of the entire Albany County Legislature on your fantastic accomplishments.
Last, I would like to have Legislator Todd Drake and Minority Leader Frank Moriello to continue recognizing the success of Shaker High School athletes by presenting a proclamation to another superstar, sounds like, Coach Brandon Guthrie, for his incredible leadership in developing a successful women's wrestling team at Shaker High School. Congratulations, Coach.
I think it's exciting when the kids do well, but it's also really important as a community that we recognize the people that helped them get there all along the way. And this isn't a proclamation just because Kaylin did well. But, you know, Coach Guthrie has spent the last, I think, 5 years really working to bring women's wrestling into legitimacy and bring it into Section 2 in Albany County and at Shaker High School, and it's spread the enthusiasm to Shenandoah, to Gilman, to Bethlehem, Schenectady, and Albany, and all these other schools, and it's really exciting. And there's many other people who deserve credit for doing that, but you know, Coach Guthrie really pushed for it. And when Kaylin was wrestling, the little 8th grader and the 9th grader, and he said, "Come on, you can do it in boys varsity," and she did, and became co-captain there. And most coaches wouldn't have had the confidence to stand behind a young lady in a men's sport. And then to bring it another step and bring women's sports into play. 2 years now, it's their second year that Section 2 has had women's wrestling. They've had state championships, and it's an outstanding thing to see. And guys like, and ladies like Coach Guthrie and his staff work so hard, well above and beyond what they're paid or asked to do, to bring these kids to the next level of their dreams and to accomplish and gain that confidence. And we want to really recognize that. So, as such, as athletic competition helps to enhance the moral and physical development of young athletes, preparing them for the future by instilling them the importance of teamwork, encouraging a standard of healthy living, and developing a sense of purpose in competition. And on Friday, January 26, 2024, the New York State Public High School Athletic Association held its second Girls Wrestling Invitational in the SRC Arena and Event Center in Syracuse, and Kaylin Drake, a senior at Shaker High School, competed incredibly at this event, winning the 114-pound class championship, becoming the first wrestler from Shaker female to win the state title since 1964. And beyond that title, Kaylin and the other girls are extremely accomplished wrestlers, having competed, Kaylin in her case, on the boys team since 8th grade, and becoming the first ever female wrestler at Shaker to qualify for the Section 2 final tournament of the boys team, and serving as co-captain. Kaylin is a credit to her coaches, and her coaches are a credit to this community. Congratulations.
Today?
Yes. Did you?
Yeah.
I stared at it from
This one.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the William J. Convoy II Legislative Chambers. My name is Joanne Cunningham, and I serve as the chair of the Albany County Legislature. The rules of the Albany County Legislature allow for a period of public comment before our monthly meetings. Our rules prohibit members of the public from questioning legislators and prohibit us from questioning you. This is your time to speak and our time to listen. In accordance with our rules of order, speakers will be allowed 3 minutes each, and I ask everyone to please silence your cell phones. Before we get to the list of speakers, clerk, please call the roll.
Beston. Bergdorf. Clay. Clary. Collins. Camiso. Conway. Cunningham.
Here.
Demolowitz. Drake. Alfacoro. Ethier. Feeney. Fine. Grimm. Andrew Joyce. Ray Joyce. Cohn. Lariller. Lakakis.
Yes.
Lockhart. Mariello. Mayo. McLaughlin. McLean Lane. Miller. Petto. Purley. Plosky. Reedy. Reinhardt. Ricard. Robinson. Rosano. Simpson. Smith. Ward. Whalen. Willingham. 31 present.
Clerk, please read the first name of the first speaker.
Elizabeth Binder.
Okay. All right, we'll get it started. Hi, everybody. I'm speaking about the EPIC eviction prevention intervention collaboration. So first and foremost, I'm a renter. I'm also a real estate agent. I see both sides of the tenant-landlord disputes, and I believe this bill presented will help alleviate some of the issues that directly affect our housing market and local economy. There are several points that I want to discuss. I'm looking at 3 of the major ones. The first point comes from the perspective of a paying tenant such as myself. I live commission to commission check. I live in a complex owned by a large company that budgets for large repairs by declining necessary repairs to their tenants. Even though I struggle sometimes to pay my rent due to the way in which I earn, I have no recourse against my landlord for not repairing a broken fridge or a moldy unit, AC unit. Did you know that milk goes bad in a day? It smells awful. I was instructed by that complex that just installed 2 electric car charging ports that they didn't have it in their budget to replace my fridge. Whoops, sorry. However, if I'm late with rent or unable to pay at all, I'm stuck with a late fee, and I obviously know my rights being a real estate agent, but I'm unable to save to move out, and I'm forced to pay not only the late fees, but the rent increase that I'm constantly being threatened with. Tenants such as myself, working 60+ hours a week, trying to stay afloat, deserve legal representation and assistance from time to time. This is an example where EPIC would come into play. The bill would encourage the complex to properly address issues that directly connect to the Tenant Safe Housing and Dignity Act. I would have access to legal representation and proper repairs would be made. I wouldn't be displaced and become another burden for the county. In Albany, the mean income for a single person is $30,000 a year. By national health insurance standards and several of New York's own assistance programs, that's below poverty, whereas the average rent for one person is $1,423, or $17,000 annually, more than half of my income. EPIC is meant to help tenants unable to pay rent due to loss of wages, illness, or other circumstances. It is not meant to subsidize a tenant choosing not to pay. The second point comes from the perspective as an agent. Median sale price in Albany County, $435,000. If you're making the minimum wage like I am, below poverty, you can't get a loan. You won't qualify. To that point, a lot of barely qualified buyers are talked into buying a two-family with the intention to ensure renters are going to pay 50 to 70% of that mortgage. This looks great on paper, but it means a novice landlord are being put in a position where they have no rent. They won't be able to pay their mortgage if rent isn't getting paid. Odds are good that if they don't have the cash flow to pay their 100% of their rent, they can't make repairs. Now we have another problem, the potential loss of another homeowner.
30
The value of the home
seconds.
is going to depreciate and bring down the whole value of the block. And the third point is the perspective of the landlords with non-paying tenants. Instead of fighting or not for non-paying tenants, we should be helping the landlords evict them. An eviction process can cost up to $15,000. That's more than half of a year's worth of rental income. Best option a landlord has is to cut their ties and sell. Passing this bill would cut back on the expenses incurred by the county with displaced tenants. It would alleviate the increase in housing loss value due to non-paying tenants and landlords that cannot maintain property. We're
Time.
the capital. All right.
Linda Stewart.
Good evening. My name is Linda Stewart, and I serve on the board at Alpha Pregnancy Center. I'm here tonight to speak against Local Law D and how different Alpha is from the negative portrayal of a pregnancy resource center organizations that is contained in this bill. Based on my experiences of working for not-for-profits in the city and the county, Alpha Pregnancy Center is a vital resource and service for women in Albany County. I find the portrayal of Local Law D to be both inaccurate and truly hurtful. Alpha is a refuge for women. Alpha is a warm, welcoming haven, providing services and goods to women in crisis. Alpha centers are part of the fabric of the neighborhoods they are in. Alpha provides confidential pregnancy tests, ultrasounds, support, and education. All of these services are of no cost to the women. Our educational classes include childbirth, pregnancy, nutrition, post-abortive support group, peer-to-peer support, and using accurate information that can help change their lives. Participation in our programs, women receive diapers, wipes, formula, bassinets, pack-and-plays, height chairs, toiletries, strollers, clothing. Get the picture. We provide all those things for women at no charge. We have no income guideline to go by. Anybody can come in and get our services, support, or our education. One of my most favorite things at Alpha we do to celebrate each new mom is what we call as a baby shower in a bag. Each mom, after they have their baby, get a pack and play, they get a stroller, they get diapers, handmade quilts from people around the county. Everything is donated to our agency. It's amazing. I just love Alpha. I can talk for a long time on Alpha, and I know this is a long meeting for you guys tonight, but Alpha serves women to women, experienced moms
30
to
seconds.
new moms. It's a wonderful, warm place. It would be an absolute disaster if this was taken away from the community. Thank you for your time tonight. I appreciate it.
Will Barbarzi.
Good evening. My name is Will Babarsi, and I am the Executive Director of the Alpha Pregnancy Care Center, a place that for almost 40 years has been serving our communities and being a positive influence, helping many women and men as they choose to parent, as they raise their little children, and as Linda was saying before, at no cost whatsoever. Our doors are open to anyone who would like to benefit from our services. But I'm standing here tonight to speak against Local Law D, which I deem portrays a center like Alpha as a dishonest and predatory organization. The language of the bill makes it seem that greater government oversight of Alpha is needed for the protection of the public. This is deeply misleading. In fact, Alpha and the other pregnancy centers are vital community organizations that empower pregnant women by offering accurate information and much needed support. Local Law D would require some pregnancy resource organizations to post signs stating that abortion and so-called emergency contraceptions are legal in New York. Forcing us to do that is not right. Government should not demand that we advertise the fact that abortion is available. Local Law D would also punish us with crippling penalties if they choose to provide women with medical information that does not align with the skewed perspective of the bill's sponsors. To put it simply, Local Law D could be used to punish us for telling clients the truth about abortion and its after effects. And this is, to us, unacceptable. Pregnancy resource organizations like us should be free to serve women without fear or unjust government. Thank you.
Jamila Jackson. Jamila Jackson.
Hello, everyone. I am Jamila Jackson. I did have a whole speech prepared, but Will and Linda kind of hit a couple of the main points. I'm the Center Director of the Cohoes Alpha Pregnancy Center. I started out with Alpha about 20 years ago. I was a client, walked in that door, pregnant, and not sure what to do and where to go. Alpha took me under their wing, provided me and helped me with any and everything that I needed. I was 16 years old and didn't know what I was going to do. With the love and support of Alpha Pregnancy Center, I'm the woman I am today. There's so much I can attribute to them. And like I said, I had a speech prepared, but honestly, I'm the proof and it's in the pudding. I'm now sitting at that desk where that woman almost 20 years ago was walking step by step with me about the things that Alpha could do for me. In the beginning, I just thought, oh, it's just stuff for my kid. You know, I'm living paycheck to paycheck, $3 an hour, waiting tables, you know, just dead end. Now my life is so much more. I've come such a long way, and it's all from Alpha, from the supplies and the services that I was offered into the parenting classes, which I was able to not only earn credit to get stuff for my kid, but learn to become a better person. And now, standing here before you, I can't even imagine if Alpha wasn't around to help me, where I would be right now. I want to thank Alpha Pregnancy Center and you all for listening to me. Thank you, folks.
Joseph Wiley.
Good evening. My name is Joe Wiley. I'm the CEO of Next Step Federal Credit Union located at 325 Washington Avenue Extension in Albany. I want to begin by thanking the legislature for not moving forward on allocating funds to Camino Nuevo regarding their purchase of One United Way in Albany. It had become clear that the funds are not needed by the clinic in order to facilitate the move from 175 Central Avenue. The director of the clinic told a group of business leaders as much in a meeting held on March 5th at my credit union. There continues to be fierce opposition by businesses located close to the United Way building and genuine concern for the safety of employees and members of the public who frequent the businesses located near the United Way site. A meeting attended by a representative from the city and several from the police department did little to calm these fears. It seems that the city's approach is to just get the clinic moved and hope for the best in a new location. It is not reassuring that the problems at the Central Avenue location will not be repeated in the Pine Bush. During the meeting on March the 5th, a representative from the clinic indicated that only about 15 to 20% of clients of the clinic reside in the city of Albany. The vast majority come from communities outside the city. Clearly, the city of Albany is doing its part by already hosting a methadone clinic on DeWitt Street in downtown Albany. Now is the time for other surrounding communities to step up and provide an alternative to just relocating Camino Nuevo in another part of the city. From the meeting on March 5th, it is clear that drug addiction and methods used to treat it is not just a city of Albany problem. It is a problem that affects many populations, both urban and suburban. This problem requires bold leadership from members of this chamber and city leaders. It was a mistake the first time when the clinic was allowed to move to 175 Central Avenue. Let's not make a mistake again by allowing it to move to One United Way. Thank you.
Reverend Cardona.
Good evening. My name is Beatrice Cardona. I am the lead pastor at New Hope Church where I serve. I'm here to speak against the Law D and to speak in favor of Alpha Pregnancy Center. I will share with you this evening two stories. The first one is of a young woman, a Latina woman, who moved from her country to come here looking for a better future. As she came here, she found herself pregnant, away from her family, not speaking the language, and without any support. As she stepped into Alpha Pregnancy, she found not only the material things that she needed for a child, but she also found the support that she needed that empowered her through the birthing classes and also the parenting classes to become a confident young mother of a child. I want to also share with you a second story. This second story of a 60-year-old Caucasian woman who had, at an early age, had an abortion, and through many years of her life had suffered through sadness, grief, and depression because of the decision that she had made at an early age. It was through Alpha that she found the peer-to-peer support group that she needed to overcome not only her grief and her pain, but also the ability to be able to speak about an episode in her life that had changed her life for a lifetime. She was able to speak about it for the very first time. How sad it is to go through something that breaks your heart and not to be able to share it with anyone else. She has been able to find a place of healing, a place where she felt not judged, but loved, and a place where she could feel comfort to be able to live her life in the fullness of God has intended for her. I want you to think about this. Two women in our community, two women that have suffered, two women that were lost, and yes, those two women found a place at Alpha Pregnancy. I want you to consider that this place should not only be allowed to be a blessing for people in our community, but a place where the government should not direct them or influence them on how they should run a program that is beneficial to many and has saved the life of so many people. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Carol Warneman.
Hi, I was at the eclipse today, and I hope all of you had a chance to see at least part of it. People throughout where they could see part or all of it, we were all united in wonderment, and it didn't matter what our politics were or what our religion was. We were united. Anyway, at the crossings where I was, we only saw 96% of the eclipse. And there were a lot of clouds, but I saw enough. And people, friends of mine, who were going in some cases to great lengths to see the full thing, said, but Carol, why don't you go to, and you can fill in the blank here. Well, I live here. So, and not only that, all right, there were clouds, I didn't see it all, but I feel grateful for what I did see. And you know the expression, practice random acts of kindness? We all, including me, need to practice gratitude. There are so many things that we should be feeling gratitude for. The eclipse was a wonderful gift from nature, as are many things that I don't think are fully appreciated. Trees, for example, which are constantly being cut down. But anyway, now there are two organizations, since I'm going to be talking to you about menthol, they are anti-tobacco organizations that I am very, very grateful for. The two are ASH and they wish they had never picked this name, by the way, AATCLC, African American Tobacco Control Leadership Conference. But they're great, okay? Now, ASH is based in Washington, D.C., but their work is global. And, you know, from them, I have learned how many countries are so far ahead of us in banning cigarettes, banning flavors. It's almost embarrassing, actually, that they are so far, or we're so far behind. Now, the AATCLC is based in California, and their work is in America. And some of you, those of you who were here 8 years ago, up to 4 years ago, you may remember that two of their representatives, they're based in California, okay? They came here to talk to us. And it was about banning flavors, and oh, were they ever good speakers. I would never want to have to speak after them, for sure. Both those organizations, and I had mentioned this some time ago, in 2020 had sued the FDA. Oh, they're suing them again, and when I asked why, they said to put pressure on the White House that they're not allowed to sue. I want everybody here to think about how you as individuals and this legislature can put pressure on the White House, because the only thing that needs to happen now is for the White House to say, let's do it. So, Black Lives Matter.
Carol,
and
time's
show,
up.
Oh, okay, I'm done. Black Lives Matter, and please show that they matter, because since I talked to you last, 39,000 Black people have died from mental.
Thomas Ellis. Thank you, Tom.
Well, good evening. My name is Tom Ellis. I live on North Pine Ave in the city of Albany, and I'm speaking here on behalf of myself. I want to bring to your attention, in case you don't already know it, that on March 15th, the mayor of Albany signed legislation which will probably provide for water fluoridation in the city of Albany starting sometime next year. And The reason I'm bringing it to your attention is that at a meeting on December 18th of the City Council, the Commissioner of Health of this county said, this is a quote, "We know that there are studies that show that Schenectady children have less dental caries than kids in Albany City." End quote. My colleagues and I are unaware of any such studies. One of my colleagues, who's an epidemiologist, asked the commissioner for copies of those studies or links to them because we can't find them. The commissioner refused to provide them. So I'm convinced that these studies don't exist, and I think that the commissioner misled the city council at a minimum or possibly deliberately lied to them, which I think is completely unacceptable. Okay? And this is typical of what I heard at the city council meetings over the last 6 months. I heard physicians and dentists walk in there and they insisted that water fluoridation is completely safe, that there's no evidence whatsoever that any person who drinks fluoridated water would be injured by it. None. It's completely safe, proven. But if you were to spend a couple of hours on the internet and look up water fluoridation in human health in a search engine, water fluoridation in human IQ, water fluoridation in bone fractures, water fluoridation in kidney disease, you would see that there's a vast amount of research that's been conducted around the world over the last 100 years, which establishes that there either is a health risk or that there probably is a health risk. And I think that all of us have a different health status. And some of us may not be as healthy as we hope that we are. And some people are pretty fragile. And if people are going to drink a little bit of fluoride starting from the day they're born, every day for their whole life, decade after decade, that fluoride, some of it is going to accumulate in their bones and in their kidneys and in their teeth and maybe in their brain. It's a cumulative toxin. And I'm disgusted that the City Council of Albany was misled. I think they were even deceived. And I want to make sure that you folks are all aware of that. I have some documents here that I'd like to hand in to the clerk. One is a media release from Safe Water Albany on March 21st.
30 seconds.
30? Thanks. Responding to the mayor signing the legislation. Another is another information sheet from Safe Water Albany debunking the American Dental Association email to the council and the mayor. A memo that I wrote to the mayor on March 8th in opposition to the water fluoridation, and 2 letters that I had printed in the Schenectady Gazette in opposition to water fluoridation on November 12th and January 25th. I was part of the group in Albany in 1994 that blocked water fluoridation. I knew then that it was too dangerous. And the evidence nowadays is that the evidence is stronger now that it's dangerous. Thank you very much.
Mike McGlynn.
Hello, my name is Mike McGlynn. I'm from Water Elite. Thank you for permitting me to express my concerns about cooperation among our communities to manage emergency services to protect the lives of our neighbors. As we recover from the COVID pandemic and progress towards global warming with extreme climate changes, I ask you to support and resolve humanitarian assistance improvements through the Albany County Comprehensive Emergency Management Plan. The New York State Health Department's 2019 Heat and Health Profile Report for Albany County focuses on heat stress and the adverse effects on our neighbors' public health. The report includes science-based information about adverse health conditions and a section on adaptive capacity and adaptation resources that mentions the availability of places to get cool in community play an important role in heat adaptation. Coordinated management of federal and state emergency support function number 6, mass care, emergency assistance, housing, and human services with the American Red Cross, community organizations active in disasters, volunteer organizations active in disasters, and interfaith congregations can improve protection of human life through global warming mitigation programs and projects. Inclusive of environmental support function number 6, can access county EMS agencies to FEMA's hazard mitigation assistant programs to access individuals with disabilities to functioning cooling centers. In addition, the emergency support function can enhance county, state application to FEMA's Building Resilient Infrastructure and Communities program for long-term social service districts, humanitarian services in the several disadvantaged census tracts in the county. Cooperation among the existing climate-smart communities in the county can purchase efficient HVAC technology systems for community-based cooling centers to reduce demand on utilities' electrical supplies. Additional coordination for humanitarian assistance can establish microgrid renewable energy power systems that can reduce the production of toxic fossil fuel emissions that adversely affect public health. Thank you again.
There are no more speakers.
Is there anyone else in the chamber who would like to speak? The public forum is now closed. I now call the April 8th legislative meeting to order. In honor of our solar eclipse today, I would ask Mr. Reedy to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Peston. Bergdorf.
Here.
Clay. Clary.
Here.
Collins.
Here.
Camiso.
Here.
Conway.
Here.
Cunningham.
Here.
Demolowitz.
Here.
Drake.
Here.
Efficuaro.
Here.
Ethier.
Here.
Feeney.
Here.
Fine.
Here.
Grimm.
Here.
Andrew Joyce.
Here.
Ray Joyce. Kuhn. LaRillard. Lakakis.
Here.
Lockhart.
Here.
Muriello.
Here.
Mayo.
Here.
McLaughlin.
Here.
McLean Lane.
Here.
Miller. Petto. Purley.
Here.
Plosky. Reedy.
Here.
Reinhardt. Ricard.
Present, Madam Clerk.
Robinson. Rosano. Simpson.
Here.
Smith.
Here.
Ward.
Here.
Whalen. Willingham. 32 present.
Clerk, please read Resolution 73.
Public hearing on proposed local law number A for 2024, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, amending Chapter 106 of the Albany County Code, setting forth requirements for facilities within Albany County where the local governmental unit identified by New York State is the Albany County Department of Mental Health.
Please note, we need a motion to amend the date to April 23rd, 2024. Can I ask for a motion? Ms. McLean, a second. Mr. Ricard, all those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? The amendment is passed. All those in favor of Resolution 73 as amended? Aye. Any opposed? The resolution passes. Clerk, please read Resolution 75.
Public hearing on proposed local law number C for 2024, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, criminalizing rental fraud.
We have the same issue with Resolution 75. Can I ask for a motion to update the date to April 23rd, 2024? Motion by Mr. Fine. Can I ask for a second? Ms. Lakakis. All those in favor of the motion? Any opposed? The amendment passes. Can I ask for all those in favor of amended Resolution 75? Any opposed? Resolution 75 passes. Clerk, please read Resolution 77.
Amending the Albany County Legislative Rules of Order related to public comment periods and public hearings.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. Please read 142.
Authorizing the conveyance of real property located at 10 Lexington Avenue in the city of Albany.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. Resolution 163.
Authorizing an agreement with Prime Highway Contractors regarding the construction of County Route 111 over unnamed Stream Bridge replacement project in the town of Queens.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 164, please.
Authorizing agreements with the New York State Unified Court System regarding custodial, building preventive maintenance, and repair services for the Albany County Courthouse, Judicial Center, and Family Court facilities.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 165, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Thayer, Riley, Wilson, Architecture and Preservation regarding consulting, design, and construction administration services for renovations of the Stedman House.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. Resolution 166, please.
Authorizing the acceptance of an allocation from the New York State Office of Temporary and Disability Assistance regarding the rental supplement program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 167, please.
Amending resolution number 366 for 2022 regarding congregate meal services for seniors.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 168, please.
Amending resolution number 278 for 2022 regarding the Title IIIB Supported Services Program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 169, please.
Amending resolution number 279 for 2022 regarding the Title III C1 Congregate Meals Program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 170, please.
Amending resolution number 280 for 2022 regarding the Title III C2 Congregate Meals Program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 171, please.
Amending resolution number 281 for 2022 regarding the Title IIID Medication Management Program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 172, please.
Amending resolution number 282 for 2022 regarding the Title IIIE Elder Caregiver Support Program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 173, please.
Amending resolution number 283 for 2022 as amended by resolution number 271 for 2023 regarding the Community Services for the Elderly Program and amending the 2024 Department for Aging budget.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 174, please.
Amending resolution number number 287 for 2022 as amended by resolution number 272 for 2023 regarding the Wellness and Nutrition Program, amending the 2024 Department for Aging budget.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 175, please.
Amending resolution number 286 for 2022 as amended by resolution number 273 for 2023 regarding the expanded in-home services for the elderly program and amending the 2024 Department for Aging budget.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 176, please.
Amending resolution number 284 for 2022 regarding the health insurance information, counseling, and assistance program and amending the 2024 Department for Aging budget.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 177, please.
Amending resolution number 360 for 2022 regarding the New York Connects expansion and enhancement program and amending the 2024 Department for Aging budget.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 178, please.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Office for the Aging regarding the Medicare Improvement for Patients and Providers Act grant.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 179, please.
Amending resolution number 301 for 2020 regarding the Second Regional Immigration Assistance Center grant.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 180.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services regarding the Aid to Defense program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 181, please.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Office of Indigent Legal Services regarding the Distribution Number 8 grant.
All those in favor?
Madam Chair?
Mr. Grimm?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yes, the next several items involve basically the same mistake. The legislature did not approve several state grants in the Public Defender's Office. This goes back to 2013. This went on for 11 years. It was just discovered. It was presented to us from the majority and from the Public Defender's Office that this was a ministerial error, some kind of clerical mistake. It was much more than that. We, as a legislature, we have to approve these grants because the county administration has to be authorized to spend this money. So this is a big deal. We didn't follow our procedures, and we shouldn't be saying, well, this is a slight mistake. It wasn't. And it also, it was a systematic breakdown is what it was. And my concern is that are there other potential breakdowns out there? And I think it's incumbent upon this legislature to take this mistake more seriously so this doesn't happen again. Thank you.
No one else? All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 182, please.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Office of Indigent Legal Services regarding the Distribution Number 9 grant.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 183, please.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Office of Indigent Legal Services regarding the Distribution Number 10 grant.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 184, please.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Office of Indigent Legal Services regarding the Distribution Number 11 grant.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 185, please.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Office of Indigent Legal Services regarding the Distribution Number 12 grant.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 186, please.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Office of Indigent Legal Services regarding the Distribution Number 13 grant.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 187.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Office of Indigent Legal Services regarding the Distribution Number 7 grant.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 188, please.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Office of Indigent Legal Services regarding the Distribution Number 3 grant.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 189, please.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State New York State Office of Indigent Legal Services regarding the Distribution Number 4 grant.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 190, please.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Office of Indigent Legal Services regarding the Distribution Number 5 grant.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 191.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Office of Indigent Legal Services regarding the Distribution Number 6 grant.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 192.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Department of Health, Health Research regarding the Expanded Partner Services Program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 193.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Department of Health Bureau of Community Environmental Health and Food Protection regarding the lead rental registry program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 194.
Authorizing an agreement with the Housing Trust Fund Corporation regarding the Leading in Lead Prevention Pilot Program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 195, please.
Amending Resolution Number 46 for 2023 as amended regarding the purchase of body-worn cameras.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 196.
Authorizing the appointment of members to the Albany County Traffic Safety Board.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 197.
Authorizing the appointment of a member to the Fire Advisory Board.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 198, please.
Authorizing an agreement with the Town of Bethlehem regarding the purchase of a target range system for the Albany County Sheriff's Office.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 199, please.
Authorizing agreements regarding vehicle maintenance and repairs for county-owned vehicles.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 200, please.
Amending the 2024 Comptroller's Office budget, staff adjustments.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 201, please.
Finalizing the accounting of the 2023 Albany County budget.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 202.
Authorizing an agreement with Inclusion Solutions regarding the purchase of voter privacy booths.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 203.
Reauthorizing the acceptance of hazard mitigation grant funding for the Division of Information Services and amending the 2024 Albany County budget.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 204, please.
Authorizing the refund of real property taxes in the city of Albany.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 205.
Authorizing a correction to the tax roll for the city of Albany.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 206.
Declaring a portion of the Albany County Highway System known as Old County Route 401, located in the town of Westerlo, no longer necessary for public use.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 207.
Authorizing the conveyance of a portion of real property known as Old County Route 401, located in the town of Westerlo.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 208, please.
Authorizing the conveyance of real property located at 1168 Broadway in the city of Albany.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 209.
Rescinding the conveyance of real property pursuant to Resolution Number 271 for 2018 and authorizing the conveyance of real property located at 139 Lark Street in the city of Albany.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 210, please.
Authorizing the conveyance of real property located at 556 County Route 360 in the town of Rensselaerville.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 211, please.
Amending the 2024 Albany County budget, developing and implementing the County Climate Action Plan.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 212, please.
Public hearing on the proposed 2025-2029 Albany County Capital Program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 213, please.
Appointment of a member to the Albany County Fire Advisory Board.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 214, please.
Public hearing on proposed local law number D for 2024, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, creating Chapter 182 of the Albany County Code, prohibiting false and misleading statements by crisis pregnancy centers.
Refer to Health and Law, please. 215, please.
Public hearing on proposed local law number E for 2024, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, amending Chapter 146 of the Albany County Code to include a prohibition on the usage of hazardous waste, ash, and products.
We're referring that to Conservation and also the Law Committee. 216, please.
Amending the rules and regulations for Albany County employees regarding health insurance benefits for retirees.
Referring that to Personnel and Audit and Finance, please. 217.
Amending the rules and regulation for Albany County employees regarding compensatory time.
Refer to Personnel, please. 218, please.
Establishing a policy for proclamations issued by the Albany County Legislature.
Referring this to Rules Reform. 219, please.
Amending the Albany County Legislative Rules of Order to provide clarification.
Referring that to also to Rules Reform. 220.
Public hearing on the closeout of the Community Development Block Grant CARES Act program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. Okay, for 221,
Appointment of members to the Agricultural and Farmland Protection Board.
all those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. For items in the consent agenda, numbers 222 through 244, we are going to refer those to the ARPA Executive Committee and not act on them tonight. So we'll go to 245.
Public hearing on proposed local law number F for 2024.
Referring that to Audit and Finance and Elder Care and also the Law Committee. 246.
Appointment of a director to the Albany County Business Development Corporation.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. Local Law B. Clerk, please read Local Law B.
Local law number B for 2024, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, amending Chapter 288 of the Albany County Code to ban speed contests and stunt behavior.
Okay, we have a small amendment that came out of the committee process related to the definitions. It's at your desk. Can I have a motion to amend? Mr. Miller, a second by Ms. McLean. All those in favor of amending Local Law B? Any opposed? Amendment passes. Long roll call vote on Local Law B as amended.
Beston. Bergdorf. Clary. Collins. Camiso. Conway. Cunningham.
Yes.
Demolowitz. Drake. Efakoro.
Yes.
Ethier.
Yes.
Feeney.
Yes.
Fine.
Yes.
Grimm.
Yes.
Andrew Joyce.
Yes.
Ray Joyce.
Yes.
Lakakis.
Yes.
Lockhart.
Yes.
Murriello. Mayo.
Yes.
McLaughlin.
Yes.
McLean Lane.
Yes.
Miller. Petto. Hurley.
Yes.
Reedy.
Yes.
Ricard.
Aye.
Rosano.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Whalen.
Yes.
Willingham. Unanimous.
Local law D passes. Local law B, rather. Clerk, please read local law number D for 2024.
A local law of the County of Albany, New York, creating Chapter 182 of the Albany County Code, prohibiting false and misleading statements by crisis pregnancy centers.
We're going to refer that to the Health Committee and also the Law Committee. Please read local law E for 2024.
A local law of the County of Albany, New York, amending Chapter 146 of the Albany County Code to include a prohibition on the usage of hazardous waste, ash, and products.
We're going to refer that to the Law Committee and also the Conservation Committee. Please read local law F for 2024.
A local law of the County of Albany, New York, amending Chapter 270 of the Albany County Code to provide a real property tax exemption for living quarters for parent or grandparent.
We're going to refer that to Audit and Finance, Law, and also Elder Care. We have one item that didn't make it to the agenda that is related to Information Services cybersecurity and must be taken up by Rule 11. Can I have a motion to invoke Rule 11? Ms. McLean, a second. Mr. Demolowitz. All those in favor of invoking Rule 11? Aye. Any opposed? Rule 11 is invoked. Clerk, please read 247.
Authorizing an agreement with CDW Government regarding Arctic Wolf cybersecurity solutions.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Resolution passes. Can I have a motion to adjourn? Ms. Lakakis, Ms. McLean. Motion to adjourn is